Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's great to see you again. If you have an open-plan living and dining room, you know the struggle is real. It's either a wonderful, airy space, or it feels like a giant, empty barn that you just threw furniture into. Today, we are moving past the guesswork. I am giving you a detailed, step-by-step masterclass on how to take that massive footprint and turn it into functional, beautiful, cohesive zones. We are going to cover furniture placement, the traffic flow rules, lighting strategy, and the magic of color cohesion. By the end of this video, you will have a clear blueprint to fix your space. Let's get into it. The absolute first mistake people make is treating the room as one giant rectangle. You have to tell your brain, and your guests' brains, where one function ends and the next begins. This is called zoning. Even without walls, you need to mentally draw them. Look for architectural anchors. Does the room have a fireplace? That is your living room anchor. Do you have a floor-to-ceiling window? That's where the dining table should go to enjoy the view while eating. Function first, ask yourself, how do I actually live? Do I eat dinner at the table every night, or do I eat on the couch? If you eat on the couch, make your living area larger. If you host dinner parties, prioritize the dining space. Zoning isn't just about furniture, it's about defining the purpose of each area. Now, let's make those zones official with rugs. Rugs act as anchors. Think of them as individual islands in the open-plan sea. For the living room, all your main furniture, sofa, armchairs, coffee table, should have at least their front legs on the rug. If it's too small, it looks like a postage stamp in a parking lot. For the dining room, the rug needs to be large enough so that when you pull your chair out to sit down, the back legs of the chair stay on the rug. A good rule of thumb is 24 inches of space beyond the edge of the table on all sides. Traffic flow is non-negotiable. You need at least 3 feet of walking space between your furniture groupings. If you have to turn sideways to shimmy between the sofa and the dining table, your layout is failing. Keep your main walking highways wide open. Here is a huge professional secret: use furniture to divide, not just to sit on. The back of your sofa is actually a powerful tool. By placing the sofa back to back with the dining area, you create a physical barrier that defines the lounge zone. The console trick: if the back of your sofa is plain and boring, pull a console table right up against it. Style it with a lamp, some books, or art. Now, you have a beautiful focal point from the dining room side, and you've hidden the back of the couch. Float your furniture. Do not push all your furniture against the walls. Pull your sofa and chairs into the middle of the room. It feels counterintuitive, but it makes the space feel luxurious and intentional, not just empty. How do you make the room look like one cohesive design? You need a common thread. Color cohesion: use the 60-30-10 rule. 60% neutral walls/floors, 30% secondary color, 10% accent color. Take your accent color, let's say it's navy blue, and use it in both zones. Navy pillows in the living room? Bring a navy vase to the dining table. Material consistency: pick one main wood tone or metal finish and stick with it. If your dining chair legs are light oak, try to have a light oak coffee table. Lighting layers: you cannot rely on overhead lights. Dining needs a dramatic pendant or chandelier, hung 30 to 36 inches above the table. Living needs at least 2 other light sources, a floor lamp and a table lamp, to create warmth. Open plan living is all about balance between functionality and style. It takes a little planning, but by zoning, selecting the right rugs, managing your traffic flow, and creating a cohesive color story, you can turn any space into a dream home. If you're struggling with a specific layout, drop a comment down below with your room dimensions. I try to answer as many as I can. Don't forget to like this video if it gave you some clarity, and subscribe for more deep dive design advice. I'll see you in the next one.